Toyota pace car is in. Here they come to the flag. The AdventHealth 400 is underway.
Already a great push from the back of Kyle Larson.
Who will lead lap 1? From the outside, Bell at the line. Gregson way down on the track apron. Remember, no out of bounds here.
Yeah, and with all this grip early, that bottom line might be okay for the first 2 or 3 laps, Clint. But as we run, that middle lane and the top lane are going to be the preferred lanes. But for right now, with all the grip and the track being clean, the bottom lane might be okay, but you're going to have to get up at some point up the racetrack.
Chastain wanted the lead, almost got it. They almost got together. Chastain to lead lap 2.
Side draft is on in a big way. You're right, off of 4, they almost got into one another. I think Chastain's going to prevail here. Christopher Bell slipped up at least a little bit. Number 1 to the point.
Well, yesterday in practice, Ross Chastain in the 1, they were just too tight, and they said it was hurting him on the long run, so they adjusted, freed him up, and right now on the radio, he says he's tight just like practice.
That's not a good sign when you're out in the lead like this.
And up front, Larson to second. Behind Chastain, ahead of pole sitter Christopher Bell.
Yeah, and you saw Christopher Bell check up right there because he thought Larson was going to slide all the way up in front of him. Larson actually checked up, and then Christopher Bell had already broke his momentum and made it easy for Larson. But
Larson is coming.
He is coming. He is coming fast. But we see this battle for the lead has kind of calmed down right here, and you look in 3rd place right there. You see Ty Gibbs. He and Chris Buescher pitted a couple laps before Christopher Bell leapfrogged him, and Christopher Bell went back to 6th, and Denny Hamlin just got around Christopher Bell, so he's in 5th.
Right, we talked about the tire fall off, almost a second and a half to the point in the race where they made pit stops. So Bell, by staying out those 2 extra laps, it cost him 2 spots. Here we go again.
Back door to door. Kyle's making that bottom work pretty good. He's going to be forced to run the bottom. See a slide job coming. He's going to slide up in front of him. One car is going to time it, fuel back up, beat him to the throttle, and back door to the crossover.
Yeah, and you see him try to get that little bit of side draft. Kyle Larson chases him down the racetrack to try to slow him down, and now Ross is going to go right back up the racetrack in front of Kyle Larson, try to block his exit. He knew he was going to turn down the racetrack right there, but basically Larson drove up through the middle of 1 and 2 and carried that extra speed to almost do a slide job. Did a slide job.
No surprise, they're both on our Xfinity fastest lap board. 49 laps into the race. Well, last year we set a record for official lead changes at the start-finish line for a 1.5-mile track in a 400-mile race. I think this one's going to set a record for unofficial lead changes, those that happen anywhere on the racetrack, and just between Larson and Chastain.
Yeah, these guys are trying to break the record by themselves.
Denny Hamlin passing another one there. You see Buescher and Hamlin in that back. He's coming. He's going to join this party. Denny Hamlin is coming.
Well, especially the way that these guys are racing for the lead. Their lap times, they're giving up 2-3 tenths a lap and letting Denny Hamlin get right back to them.
The fans came, they got wet, they waited. They finally filed into the grandstand. We got racing, and they're being treated to one heck of a show by 2 of the best in the business. Second place battle, upper right with Chastain, Hamlin, and Gibbs. Ryan Blaney and William Byron back at 14th, lower right and lower left. That's Martin Truex with Noah Gragson and Austin Cindric.
This 11 car has driven right to the front of the pack. We saw Kyle Larson take the lead back from from Ross Chastain and has driven off to about a half second in front of, well, about 4/10 in front of Denny Hamlin. But they're going to go at it here for the rest of the day.
Kyle, as Denny catches Kyle Larson, Kevin, will he be able to keep him behind him? I think the 5 and the 1 wore their tires out running door to door.
Well, I just think Denny Hamlin's car is just so versatile right now. He can run that middle lane so well. And I think, like Larry said, I just don't think he has the fall off that the rest of these cars have. But Kyle Larson, you saw him move down a groove into the middle lane to try to break up Denny's momentum, put some air, take some air off the front of that nose, and Denny not be able to complete this pass right here. But Denny Hamlin is definitely the best car
move
right
all the
now.
way back down, taking that line away from him, just like you said.
Well, that's what you want right there. You want to be able to get right up beside them, up on the exit of the corners, so that they, you know, can't.
I think that 5 and 1 hurt their tires. They were door to door, back and forth.
And Chastain right back in the picture. Hamlin has made up 4 seconds on Larson since the pit stop.
There's a lot of rubber down on the racetrack. As you see those cars go down the racetrack, you look at all the rubber all the way across the racetrack. Denny clear down to the bottom.
Now watch Larson. He's got the windup from the outside, and it looked for a minute like Hamlin might come up and try to block.
Yeah, and the tough part right here for Denny, if he doesn't complete this pass, it's very possible that he's going to lose second position to Ross Chastain. So that's the challenge of not completing the pass when you run these lower lanes.
How about Chastain following that other Chevy on that outside? Didn't go with Denny and push him by him. Don't think that's not real. There he goes again. That's about the 3rd, 4th lap in a row.
Well, in this lap, you see Denny Hamlin run the middle lane. He tried the very bottom the last lap. Side-by-side cars make that really difficult for Ross.
Wiggle.
You see Denny get, or Kyle get loose right there.
Yeah, that big wiggle out of Kyle. It shows you his tires are wearing out, much like last year. Kyle wears that right rear out, much like this last run. He already said hard on the right rear. Here comes Denny Hamlin, which we know he's good at managing his tires. That's his strong suit, long runs, and away it goes to the lead, 11.
Denny Hamlin has now led 16 consecutive races, and that is his career longest streak.
Going to give him one more shot on the bottom. Not going to do it.
Well, the one thing that we have learned is Denny Hamlin is going to win the first stage here. The right rear tires are going to be an issue. We see all these cars sliding around.
Here they come. Let's go to pit road. Regan.
Denny Hamlin went into more detail on his loose condition. It was in particular from the late exit and exit of turn 4. Progressively got looser as he would go through the corner. In the 17 car of Chris Buescher in 5th place right now. Lost rear grip in and off of the corners as they ran. Tight and dirty air though, Jamie.
Kyle Larson said, I don't know how much damage I did at the handling, just battling that hard. They said, hey, we've been conservative on air pressure. Let's jack it up a little bit. Air pressure adjustment for tires. The one of Ross Chastain kind of on both sides of it, but overall needs grip and needed those fresh tires.
There it is. Levin got blocked in. You see him way back there. Lots of positions lost. Couldn't get out of the stop, out of the pit stop, guys.
Well, right there, you see why qualifying is so important. P1, Christopher Bell.
We are back to green for stage 2.
It was my spotter for many years. Look at the inside. Big block out of Chastain.
Ty Gibbs looking way up top as Bell and Chastain battle for the lead.
Well, we just talked about the end of that run in Christopher Bell's car and how good it was, and if they could make it any better at the beginning of this run. And you see him right here. Oh man, both of them have to check up.
And look who is.
Got
whoa, 4 wide. Here we go.
5 wide. Whoa.
Yeah, what happens when those cars get side by side like that? It's almost like they're locked together, and the next thing you know, you're both just going up the racetrack and you're out of the throttle with the wheels turned. So
next thing you know, you're 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
Chris Buescher has knocked 9/10 of a second out of Kyle Larson's lead while we were in break. It's down to 2.1.
It's a fantastic run for Chris Buescher. Just continues to impress. Needed a good run. This is a confidence booster for him and that team. Look at them. They're ready. They're on the ready. Green flags are coming. I see. Look up. Blaney's on pit road. Won't be long, guys. They're coming.
Green flag stops begin. Derek Kraus, Ryan Preece, Todd Gilliland have been on pit road.
Okay, here comes your second, third place car. Buescher, Gibbs. Man, Gibbs made up a ton of ground on Buescher coming on to pit road. Look at him door to door on the inside with him.
Yeah,
Snuck around that inside, Kevin.
Actually hurt them both. Regan?
Well, the 17 of Chris Buescher having a very, very good day. Still too tight, though. They have not gotten his car freed up like he'd like yet. Jamie?
Ty Gibbs doing a great job running top 5 all race so far. Just a touch free, just like the last run. Small air pressure adjustment and 4 tires. Regan.
Nemechek overshot his pit, had to back up, and the leader's in. Regan.
Well, Denny Hamlin in the 11 car, you see him there leaving pit road. He's happier with the car. They put the back of the race car in the track better for him. Not as loose this run, Jamie.
Kyle Larson comes in from the lead, says he's pretty good here. Could be a touch freer, so another air pressure adjustment for the second time today. Regan.
Kyle Busch's race car is turning much better this run. He likes it, told the team it's better through the middle, but it is not loose in yet.
23-11 has stayed out. Reddick and Wallace up.
Trouble. Kyle Larson left front.
Oh, no. That'll cost him the lead, won't it?
Yeah, you saw the front tire changer going back and forth on that left front lug nut. Here's your new leader coming by this time as he's going to go by Tyler Reddick. Chris Buescher has had a great day so far, taking the lead after Kyle Larson's mistake.
Hey, for the last stage point, here comes Chase Elliott and Christopher Bell trying to get into that battle as Chris Buescher crosses the line with the stage win. Let's see who gets the last stage point right here. Be one of these two.
It's going to be a drag race. I think it goes to Gregson.
Pleasant surprise right now is Chris Buescher, who is our stage 2 winner. He has been the fastest Ford pretty much all day. And Buescher will lead them onto pit road ahead of Larson, Hamlin, Busch, and Truex. Regan.
Well, Denny Hamlin reminded as they come down pit road to make sure he stops right on their sign. He will have that opening out as he gets ready to leave. Got looser earlier this run than any other run of the race, so they'll make an adjustment for that. In the 17 of Chris Buescher, he built a little bit too free after the green flag stops. They are already thinking ahead if they have another green flag stop. Jamie?
Adjustments all day long on pit road to keep up with the changing track. The 54, Ty Gibbs, tight center off. They're going to make another air pressure adjustment to free him up a bit. The 5, we're keeping an eye on him. Remember, the last stop was not good. This stop was good. 4 tires, air pressure.
Look at this, guys. The 5 beat him out, but the 11 had trouble again. Ryan Preece, the 41, was coming in, blocked him, couldn't find his stall, stalled the 11 out, and gets held up again, guys.
And my goodness.
All right, so Hamlin coming out. Now, Preece's stall is further down. He's trying not to be in the way, and that's hard to do.
Whoa, that was so close. Kyle Busch got in the wall a little bit. LaJoie moved up the racetrack. He had to make an adjustment there, Kevin. I think he brushed it, but he didn't hit it hard enough to affect that car. Look at this. 4 wide off of 4. Here comes Truex on the outside.
Well, you just have so many different strategies right here. You got cars on 4 tires. You got cars on no tires. Guys checking up. Kyle Larson, he's kind of pinned down on the bottom of the racetrack right now. The guy who made it.
Huge
still a lot of
runs
3
coming.
wide.
These cars and no tires too. Everybody's having trouble getting up through the field. I cannot believe they got through with that. You see Larson just barely clear off of 4, picking another position up.
Toyota pace car is in. Everybody's on their feet. Here we go.
It's a big jump on that outside. Great restart, great jump. Here comes Larson to the inside, 3 wide of Denny. Momentum on the outside, Buescher to the lead.
Larson right with him, but Buescher with the launch off turn 2. Elliott way on the outside.
He's got it so far. The blocking is going to happen. Here it comes. Comes Denny to the, or excuse me, Truex to the inside. Look at the big block by Buescher. Pushes Larson up the racetrack. 3 wide behind them.
3 wide, 4 different places coming to the back. White flag under green. Buescher, Larson trying to close. Truex trying to get up to the leader.
Well,
How does he make the block, Kevin?
Kyle Larson is going to get there one more time. You see Chris Buescher back down on the bottom of the racetrack. Kyle Larson's going to have one more shot at it, and it's going to become a cat and mouse game as you get into turn 3. Which direction to go?
Where do you go?
Larson up top, all the way up top. Buescher.
He's on the outside. He's in position. He's got it.
And here comes Truex. They're going to close right to the 2 leaders. Coming to the line. crash together. I believe Buescher.
I think you're right. It's so close. This is going to be a huge win for Buescher. They're excited. I think it's him, Kevin.
That was incredible.
Corey Heim gets spun just past the checkered flag with, I think, Austin Dillon.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look at it. It may be the 5. Hold on.
Well, let's have a look at the video.
Uh-oh, boys.
Buescher is ahead. Larson is coming. It's like the Kentucky Derby.
Oh,
it's
my
that
God.
close. It's Larson.
Holy cow.
What a finish, boys.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.